From his campaign until today, Bolsonaro has honored everything he said, and his behavior has been consistent with what he proposed. We have a president who is honest, trustworthy, involved, loving to the people, and strict on the corrupt. They said he was sexist and misogynist, but he was the only one who, on the inauguration day, allowed his wife to shine.
Em especial, agradeço ao meu amado esposo, o nosso presidente.
Since the beginning of his term, regardless of where he is on Thursdays at 7 p.m., he reports to the Brazilian people about what he did during the week and what he intends to do. He always takes one of his ministers, hand-picked technicians in the area of ministry, to give an account as well.
Boa noite a todos. Presidente Jair Bolsonaro, mais uma vez, muito obrigado a todos que votaram em mim. E quem não votou, vou trabalhar com vocês também. À minha direita aqui o ministro das Relações Exteriores, Ernesto Araújo, vai participar dessa live aqui, que não vai passar de 15 minutos. E à minha esquerda aqui a senhora Neide, intérprete de Libras. Isso aí é uma exigência da senhora Michele Bolsonaro.
Because he cares about the people and wants to know what the people need, he created an area near the Palacio de Alvarado where he goes twice a day. He goes early in the morning, straight from home, and in the evening when he comes back to talk to his constituents who come daily from all over Brazil. He listens to everyone. He also goes up to the people where they live, enters their simple houses and little marketplaces, drinks water or coffee with them to observe their needs and to find out what they want. He cares about every Brazilian.
Oi, seu fã.
No president has ever done as much as Bolsonaro has done for Brazil in such a short time. Previous presidents started building with the intention to raise money from bribes, and those constructions were left unfinished. Bolsonaro is finishing these constructions interrupted for 20, 30, 50 years. Besides transforming Brazil, he rescued patriotism and raised Brazilians' self-esteem. Every time I watch videos about the transposition of the São Francisco River, I get moved and cry to tears. The suffering people of the Northeast, where the lack of water was used for politicians to win votes by offering it in water trucks, is now in the past. Bolsonaro realized, fulfilled that dream, and today the water comes out of people's taps.
O presidente Jair Bolsonaro inaugurou hoje dos trechos da transposição do Rio São Francisco na divisa de Pernambuco com o Ceará.
Acompanhado de ministros e do filho, o deputado federal Eduardo Bolsonaro, ele acionou a abertura da comporta responsável pela chegada das águas do eixo norte.
Aqui queremos agradecer primeiramente a Deus por esse momento e queremos agradecer ao presidente Bolsonaro por estar olhando com bons olhos para o Nordeste e para o Rio Grande do Norte.
O presidente Jair Bolsonaro participa daqui a pouco da abertura de tráfego da nova ponte sobre o Rio São Francisco.
E há 16 anos não foi feito quase nada. A gente só tem a agradecer.
Hoje nós estamos subindo aqui. Olha os barrancos que vocês quebrou para nós. Graças a esse governo, porque se fosse igual no passado, daria o chão aqui do mesmo jeito que ficou a vida inteira aqui, ó. Todo mundo sofrendo. Meu muito obrigado ao governo Bolsonaro.
Depois de anos de obras paradas, o governo federal concluiu a ponte do Abunã, em Rondônia, que fica sobre o Rio Madeira.
Há muitos anos, né? A gente vem esperando há mais de 20 anos, né? Na realidade, é a interligação do Acre com o Brasil.
Uma ponte construída em menos de 2 anos vai ligar a região sul do Piauí ao Maranhão.
We are so grateful to this honest and generous man who is a Christian and loves Brazil enormously, a true patriot. I am almost 70 years old and have never witnessed anything like this. Bolsonaro is a beloved, respected, admired president.
Presidente Bolsonaro, presidente, seja bem-vindo.
He loves sports. He's a skydiver, rides a jet ski and a motorcycle. He used to ride his motorcycle through the suburb of Brasilia, and one day he mentioned where he would be riding that Sunday. Magically, thousands of motorcyclists showed up. Since then, in the city where he inaugurates new constructions, which he does weekly, the citizens organize a motorcycle processions because they want to be with our president for that little time.
Mito, você não está sozinho.
Brasil!
Estamos juntos pelo presidente, pelo Brasil.
This tour is now called Motorciata. Even bicycles and jet skis are now included. At various points along the route, locals effusively applaud with him with their flags.
Milhares de motociclistas se uniram ao presidente Jair Bolsonaro neste domingo no Rio de Janeiro em uma manifestação de apoio ao governo. Acompanhado por inúmeros seguranças, o desfile motorizado foi transmitido ao vivo pela conta do Facebook do presidente. O ato foi acompanhado por vários manifestantes que cumprimentavam Bolsonaro ao longo do trajeto, agitando bandeiras nacionais, e durante 1h30 percorreu cerca de 40 quilômetros ao longo da orla do Rio.
Teve aí uma bicicleata, né? Um passeio de bicicleta em apoio ao nosso presidente Jair Messias Bolsonaro.
Unfortunately, he is heavily persecuted daily because they can't find anything against him. They create narratives which are refuted with time. Then they began to persecute their voters. Sadly, we are living under the judiciary's dictatorship. It's been scary for us. The feeling of insecurity is immense. Alexandre de Moraes, one of the Supreme Court justices who is left-wing, seems to hate Bolsonaro. Alexandre de Moraes ordered the arrest of the leader of a manifestation called the 300. They stayed all day, every day, for months in front of the Supreme Court. Then he released her because he found nothing against her. Alexandre de Moraes had a journalist arrested because he is pro-Bolsonaro. After a year in prison, he was released because they found nothing against him. Unfortunately, he went in healthy and came out paraplegic in a wheelchair. Nobody knows what really happened. Alexandre de Moraes has been shamefully violating our Constitution. He had a deputy arrested for speaking against the Supreme Court justices, even though it goes against our Constitution, since deputies are legally free to say anything they choose.
Juristas respeitáveis dizem que foi ato abusivo e afrontoso às leis e à Constituição.
He ordered the arrest of a former deputy who defends Bolsonaro fiercely, an 81-year-old man who is undergoing chemotherapy.
O Supremo é partido político comunista. Eles chegaram no limite da inconstitucionalidade, da agressão à ordem jurídica.
It is important to remember that a minister has the right to arrange for people to go through a judicial process, but through legal means. But because he feels threatened, he has no right to arrest, judge, and condemn. This is going over the Constitution. Barroso, one minister from the Supreme Court, silenced right-wing YouTubers, taking away their right to be monetized for their work by the platform. These are just a few examples of the Supreme Court's infractions. The people asked in numerous ways, and our president, in response to our wishes, filed an impeachment against Alexandre de Moraes in the federal Senate as required by law. Like all previous impeachment requests filed by countless other people, this one was also rejected. The president of the Senate, as well as countless corrupt senators and deputies, are in the hands of the STF. If they act against the Supreme Court and in favor of the people, their processes, archived cases stored in the Supreme drawer can be activated and they can be condemned. For all this, we Brazilians will be in the streets again, this time on the anniversary of our independence, which was on September 7th, to demand that our president, within the provisions of the Constitution, carry on with the process of impeachment of the Supreme Court Minister Alexandre de Moraes. For Brazil to live again in a true democracy, even if it means triggering the army. We Brazilians deserve and will not give up our freedom. Pastors, priests, police officers, jurists, truck drivers, motorcyclists, industry owners, agribuses people, and representatives of the army itself are on the front lines. There will be demonstration strikes in all capitals of Brazil, especially in Sao Paulo and Brasilia. The Brazilian left has been working to denigrate the image of our beloved president. They want to impeach him to prevent him from being re-elected in 2022. The world needs to know that Brazil has a correct and honest president. For this reason, I ask that you share this video to be continuously passed on to reach the entire world. A patriotic housewife.